Today on Media Litter Sandwich.
We talked about the Southeast Michigan Film Festival.
We talked about our new film, Static, and my old film, The Red Dream.
And we talked about my upcoming web series, Highest Bidder.
And we also talked about the cinema of John Cena.
Welcome to Media Litter Sandwich, media creators talking about the world around creating media. With me is Mark from
CrazyMark.com.
But It's All About William from
AllAboutWilliam.com.
And I'm Toad from Toadin.com, YouTube.com/ToadinK. We're Media Litter Sandwich. You can find our podcast at MediaLitterSandwich.com and DVRadio.net. And you could come to DVRadio.net, or you could put them on the TuneIn app every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern if you want to listen to us and talk to us in the chat room. One of us is usually there. Actually, I'm always there so far. And it's a fun time because you can listen to the podcast anytime you want. But if you listen to it on the radio station, you can jump in the chat room and talk to us.
Yeah,
you
never know what we're going to say.
And, speak of never knowing what's going to happen in a movie or in an event, we're talking about a film festival. In fact, we just got back from Trauma Dance, so big shout out to Trauma Dance. But we have another film festival coming up. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Laura. Tell us what's going on.
Hi, my name's Lauren Villio. I'm from Sundown Pictures, and we're the group that's going to be putting on the Southeast Michigan Film Festival in Lincoln Park this November.
That's Lincoln Park, Michigan. Just,
Sorry.
Not Lincoln Park, that part of Chicago, but Lincoln Park, Michigan.
I think there's a Lincoln Park in every state, too. So that
I
would have been
think there
confusing for
is
sure.
a criminal in Lincoln. Wait, that's a different video. That's a different viral video.
So this is going to be at a high school?
Yes.
It's going to be a high school. I mean, okay, where at this high school? Is it like the gymnasium, the basketball court? Where at? Food, lunchroom? Hey, lunch lady.
I feel like that's what you would think at first, but actually it'll be in their 1,400 seat auditorium.
Wow.
So they have a really big, beautiful auditorium that they're allowing us to use the space to show some indie content. So we're really excited about that.
Okay, so you make films as well and podcasts and showing this at a high school, does that affect the material at all, the content?
So we went over it with the officials that we're kind of working with to coordinate the event, and we were kind of very firm on the fact that content is important, and if you're going to alter it or censor it in any way, then you might not want to put on a film festival. You don't want to cherry pick everything. You want to be open and accepting of all of the content, and we've had some really wonderful submissions that hit really hard hitting issues that we're incredibly blown away by. So I feel like with that we can by censoring it just wouldn't be worth it. So
Now you said Southeast Michigan Film Festival.
Yes.
So that mean everyone that's submitting is from Southeast Michigan?
that is not true. No, actually, we are accepting submissions from the U.S. and Canada. But we wanted to brand...
Let's face it, parts of Canada, Windsor, that's Southeast Michigan.
Yeah, more or less, yeah. I mean, and it's a close drive. So if there are people from Windsor, and we've had some submissions from Windsor, we would love for them to come and meet the people that are watching their movies. So
Hey, I was looking up this place at Lincoln Park High School, the theater.
Yes.
That's totally professional. I mean, this is like beyond collegiate level. I don't know who designed this whole thing, but this is a great place to have your film show.
I agree.
Well, the school's not known for its sports.
Huh? What?
Yeah, we just did this where we met you guys, the Downriver
Yes.
Comic.
Yes.
For those that don't know about Lincoln Park, Michigan, they're so bad at sports. MTV did a reality show about their football team because it was was it the worst football team in American history or just in America at the time? They went 3 or 4 seasons without scoring anything.
I don't know.
Or without a
I've seen
win.
some
I
bad
did not
football
know that.
teams. That's got to be really bad.
I don't know anything about football. So,
I mean, it's negative. They probably got negative points. They ran backwards and scored
Oh,
negative points.
hey,
You know,
my school played Lincoln Park when I was in high school, and I hated my school, so I would still vote for Lincoln Park. Like, I would actually go to the other side of the... I had more fun over in their bleachers, because they were just having fun. So, I mean...
if a football
Yeah, I mean,
team is
my
that
school was all
bad,
serious.
I mean, it's got to like be affected by some sort of paranormal power where the football goes back over the goalpost, back onto the guy's foot while he's being tackled. You know,
See, now that I would watch.
you know, I
That
would
sounds
too.
like a fun game.
You know, and that's where they could get all their money by monetizing a video just like that.
Okay, so to the film festival. We're all ADD, so...
That's okay. That's okay.
You know, to the film festival, how long is it running for? Is it an all weekend thing, all day thing?
So it'll be Friday evening. Doors are at 5, and then we've got a nice opening ceremony planned to kind of welcome everyone to the first annual Southeast Michigan Film Festival, and then it'll run until about 10 o'clock, and then on Saturday it's from 10 to 10, and we're going to be doing like shorts for the first day, and then shorts and features on the next day. So
Okay, so you is it only in the auditorium, or are you gonna have breakout sessions as well?
we will have breakout sessions. Actually, we're gonna do. We're hoping to have another smaller room for the student films that we select. So we're accepting submissions that aren't just shorts and features. We're accepting student films, and those can be any length. And
But why segregating the student films from the rest? By student, what do you mean? You mean high school student, college student, any student?
high school and college is usually what we expect. I think we've received a couple of like.
You say
thesis-
usually, but this is the first one.
True. That's true. But I think I mean like when I think of a student film, I think high school and college. I don't think like doctoral in film or anything like
Okay.
that. So but we, like I said, I think we've gotten a couple of like what look like master thesis films
Okay.
presented, but the student films are just they're created with student like school facility items. So basically like their cameras, the school's equipment.
Okay, so
and
you're
everything.
student projects, not
Right.
student films.
Right, so it's not
Big
the-
difference.
Yes, very true. I should have been more clear.
I know because I worked with a student film festival.
Okay.
So
Okay.
their criteria to get in, and it was international, their criteria was one of the lead people, whether it be a lead actor, director, writer, or editor, or maybe director of photography. A leading person in the crew had to be a current student. Didn't matter if it was
Okay.
high school, didn't matter if it was college, didn't matter if it was a tech school,
Okay.
didn't matter what it was. As long as some leading person had the title of student, they were able to submit to that student film
Okay.
festival.
Yeah.
So that's why having a separate student section, I'm curious what's the criteria, but that
Yeah.
makes sense.
We mean like school facilitated content, basically. Like
Okay.
if it was given as a project, or if it is your final or your thesis, you can send it in under that student.
That
kind
will
of-
be the room you go to see what kind of grades they got and to make sure the students know how to rack focus.
I mean, you're talking about students and
Yes.
stuff here. What if a 6th grader creates a film on his iPhone?
If it's good, then we'll see what I'd like to see.
But
what
that's
people
not.
got,
You're
so-
right. That's not a school facilitated film, though.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I didn't think about that.
But wouldn't that make him a student if he's not professionally paid?
Right. You're right. I agree
What if
with
it's a
you.
3rd grader who did it on his dad's
Media
iPad?
literacy
gotta
where we
be-
ask the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah. You put
we
me in a
pick up
corner
all the
here.
garbage you forget about and we make you eat it.
When I was 5th grade, I could animate like Ray Harryhausen.
Do you need backup?
Do I need backup?
Would you like some
no,
backup?
I'm
You-
good. I'm good.
You're good. Okay.
Well, I'll let one of them come on in a second. But yeah, no, as far as this goes, I can handle it. No, I guess I should have been more clear. Yes. But if a 6th grader makes something in a video production class
Mm-hmm.
and they edit it on school, we want to see it. So,
Absolutely.
that's what we would classify as a student film. Something that's made on an iPhone can be done by anybody. And if they want to submit that to the short or feature, they can.
That's really cool.
So-
One thing I noticed when students are pushed to submit to film festivals, they submit projects.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool that you're kind of putting those to their own room. There's nothing like sitting there for hours and watching rack focus, more rack focus.
This is
Oh, look, a main character, and they die. Judging, I was a judge for one student film festival one year, and there was 2 or 3 groups of judges. And truth be told, during break, all groups asked for more comedies. So whatever comedy shown in the other group, please show it to the other groups, just because we were very depressed.
Yeah.
We were able, I don't know if you had the same experience, but we were able to count how many characters lived, but we weren't able to count how many characters died while watching these. It was
it a
the
lot of,
most depressing.
But Toad, how many mimes were in these films, huh?
At least 6.
There you go.
I don't know. I know there was a film with mimes in it that year. This is going back a few years for me.
Gee, I'm psychic. How did I know there were going to be mimes in there?
Because not everyone wants to deal with audio. There's always a movie with
issues,
mimes.
yeah.
There's always a movie with sock puppets. There's always.
I actually had a class because I was in film school for a little while, and I had a class where I remember my professor saying, "You cannot use sock puppets. You can't. I've seen it way too many times." She specifically
racist.
said,
That's racism.
No sock puppets," because she had seen it that many times.
I'm a puppeteer, and that's
so.
racism.
He is Willie the Weasel, Creepy the Clown.
I didn't make the
Several
rules. I
others.
just
Yes,
enforce
I
them.
know you have plenty of other puppets.
That's it. I'm
Mark is mad.
Build the wall. I'm going to drain the swamp, build a wall, and make Space Force.
Well, you have a hallway full of cohorts here.
Yes.
Well, do you mind entertaining the cohorts? Because I know how talkative you are, and we
so
could
very
bring one of them in.
Yeah.
Who would you like to bring as backup first?
I'll bring in David first. He's already walking this way.
All right,
so-
we're in, and we do have. If someone has something to add, like if you have something to add, feel free to grab the microphone. We have a free microphone up there. Just let us know. Dave, sit down, dude.
All right, right here. Okay.
I say who.
Sorry.
All right, so who is your daddy and what do you do?
My daddy is John, and I make movies. I make horror movies, spooky movies, lots of guts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe we have one of your movies on the
Yes,
table.
we made a film, kind of glaring in the camera there. There it is. We made a film. It's called The Red Dream. We're looking here at the screener copy. We just released a new special edition Blu-ray.
Nice.
It's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Real fancy. It's got the original theatrical trailer, which is better than the movie itself, if I do say so myself.
You're really helping to sell it.
Hey, buy it for the trailer alone. It's a good trailer.
Hey,
and
sometimes
it's in high definition.
trailers sell it, and that brings up to a point. Oh, go ahead, flip the. Oh, yeah, it's already on. Yeah, go ahead.
Exorcist 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exorcist 2 is getting a new. The Exorcist 2
Wait,
is
say
getting a
that
new.
again? Sorry.
That was Sean.
The Exorcist 2 is way better than the movie. The trailer for it, it's incredible.
Sean's exactly right. You see, The Exorcist 2 just got a new Blu-ray release from Scream Factory, and I'm going to be buying that Blu-ray strictly for the trailer itself. So, I mean, if a movie can exist for that, then hey, my first film is quite an accomplishment.
So both of you pre-watched all the movies, I assume, when they're being submitted.
So we're not actually head of submissions.
Yeah,
we
we sort
each
of-
kind of the four of us. We each kind of took a division with the film
Okay.
festival. So
I'll save that question. Is the head of submissions
he's
here?
here.
Okay,
He's
I'll save that
here.
question for when the head of submissions
Okay.
is here.
Yeah,
Because I got several questions for that.
sure.
So Dave, what are you ahead of besides?
I sort of am-
besides blood and gore.
Well, as far as the festival goes, I'm sort of ahead of the look and the feel of the how the festival itself goes.
So what's the theme?
Well,
I did it again! Come on! I'm just throwing. What? How are we throwing the
how about
hard
this?
question?
No. How about this? Okay, what's the day again in November when this takes place?
November 2nd and 3rd.
Okay, do you happen to have a snow day in case it does snow like it usually does in Michigan in November?
No.
Because I was in an event around the same time, snowed 1.5 feet.
Well, that would. I mean, I would be really sad if that happened.
And it's
but
a
I certainly
public
hope it
school,
doesn't. Yeah.
so if it's a snow day on that Friday, I believe legally you cannot hold an event there, because that's happened at the college I worked at, where even though it was a private school, since there was a snow day, they couldn't hold their. No one could hold events. Didn't matter if they had to do with the university or not. They actually had to cancel a part of the Miss America pageant, the local, because they weren't allowed to. They did it 1 year,
But
and
in
then
your
they
case,
got
the
yelled
Mr.
at for
Gore
doing
pageant.
that.
Okay. I
And
didn't
so the
realize
following
that.
year, they had to cancel it.
I certainly
Well,
hope we don't have. We were like.
just pretend
last
I
year
never
was good.
told you.
Okay. Okay.
And maybe
heard
no
it.
one, and people keep on not telling you.
Yeah. There we go.
But you want
We'll
people to
pretend.
see your films, you know?
Yeah.
So
Well,
that-
that's
For
we
sure,
want
for
people
sure.
to see other people's films.
Well, yeah,
That's
we
the
want to with
important thing.
our goal is really to just bring a platform for other creative types around the area
Right.
to come together and associate with one another in a place that's other than their computer screen. You know,
Yeah.
because I mean, I'm a part of a lot of online communities that are very supportive. And really help out with a lot of just like questions and just being there for people and providing encouragement and things like that. And I know that exists in a physical realm that we can bring to a centralized location, and that's sort of our mission.
So your film's not going to be like the main film that plays.
No, my
No.
film is actually not going to be playing at all.
No.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
we weren't.
no.
We
I
thought that
asked
was way
'cause I've
too
seen that
biased.
before.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I have no
seen
interest.
someone
I have
say,
no
my
interest
film's
in.
not the center of it at all.
No.
And they bring a 12-piece string orchestra in during their film.
Wow. That's dedication.
I've
to
seen
your
worse
art,
though.
right?
I've seen film festivals where the organizers pretty much they just won everything.
See, and
So,
that's why.
that's
we
why I
decided,
asked
yeah,
these questions.
No, we did not want.
Yeah, no,
I've
I'm
thrown around a short that we've produced going in, and everyone
Right.
was pretty much like, no. So no, we're not. We've
That's
got
really cool.
spaces that we can release our own stuff in. This is for everyone else.
Has anyone, all you are from Southeast Michigan,
Yeah.
obviously. Anyone went to school in Lincoln Park?
No.
no.
This was kind of by luck that this
Okay.
that this came into Sundown's hands in the first place. We just we
Sundown Productions, which is your production.
Right,
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
sorry, we call
Sundown
it Sundown
Pictures.
frequently. Yep.
Pictures, Sundown Pictures.
So we, I just had kind of met a city official and chatted with him, and then he, pulled us in.
Does his
and
first name begin with the letter C?
It does.
I think we figured out the theme of your film festival, since it does take place the same weekend as the Day of the Dead weekend. Was it de los Muertes?
How do you know that?
Yes,
didn't
that
think
would
about
be
that.
pretty
Yeah.
cool, So there it is.
Yeah.
And it adds a lot
Well-
of color to what you're doing, man.
Well, it's not.
right.
It's actually not just horror exclusive.
Yeah, it's
End
not
of
a.
October,
Yeah, the festival itself is not going to be horror exclusive.
Man.
I mean, I would love to do. I would love to do something like that myself, but I do right now. I think it's important to give every genre a voice. Everybody has a story to tell, and it's important that everyone gets to tell that story equally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume that there's going to be like this portion is going to be the family friendly portion, and then
Well, no, how we're going to
You're
be
not
doing it.
separating it like that.
No, how we're going to
Okay.
be doing it is basically we're going to be rating each film individually and basically making sure the audience is informed as to what is about to be showing
Okay.
Yeah.
before they see it. So
Yeah.
instead, so the kids aren't coming in to watch a movie where just nothing but a whole bunch of heads are exploding.
blood.
Yeah, it's
gore
just
Well, what I've seen
explosions.
is- well, you got short movie blocks, I assume.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you'd
yeah.
probably be like, okay, all the anything that's not appropriate for family and all the make sure this block is only family friendly stuff. And then this block, if it's mixed, people will know where that stamp in the middle of is. That's normally what I see on events that, well, for a high school, you're going to get high school students.
Yeah.
And you're going to get teachers that bring in kids because, well, wouldn't you show up if you taught at a high school that has a film festival?
I would hope so. But no, that was one of the things we also toyed around with too, was the idea of putting, family appropriate things at the very beginning of the morning, because kids usually come to things early. But then we decided that the rating was going to be easier, and we're a pretty good judge of
Right.
what's going to be suitable for, not suitable because that's not for us to judge, but we can at least say, this movie has, these items, this could be sensitive material, so as to not offend little ones or parents.
Or
or
the big
anything like
ones, the ones who are squeamish, the snowflakes. Urgh. Everybody gets silent all of a sudden when I start to bring out the reality, the harsh reality
Well,
of horror.
I'm just thinking, like,
terror.
how cool is it? How cool would it be to have like the most bloodiest,
Yes.
glorious, messed up movie play at a high school?
That's what I'm
crap
like excited
films,
about. You know?
yo.
You say very fine crap films.
Yeah, very fine crap
That-
films. Yeah.
You want to hear something fun? I'm directing a new movie right now. I'm co-directing it with someone who will be
Oh,
speaking in a
yeah.
moment. But Very
Oh,
Fine
yeah.
Crap Films, James Bell, shout out.
Yeah.
is
Oh,
doing-
James Bell.
he's doing all of the special effects for our new movie, and boy, are
Nice.
we excited!
We're very
We've
impressed,
got.
We've
too.
mentioned James Bell several times
I
on the
love.
show.
I love his movies. I
His
love
stuff.
them.
Oh,
Are we allowed to say the
Did,
name?
have you seen? I don't want to talk about it. I'm just
Yeah,
asking
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Have you seen Manure?
That's my favorite one.
Okay.
I have not seen any
I've
of
watched
them,
people
but-
That's
get up
actually-
and
I-
walk.
I-
I had the unfortunate pleasure of having a movie play in the same block as that.
I can imagine that being very uncomfortable. I actually, all right. So I just did. I had a casting meeting sort of yesterday, and I gave the person a copy of Manure to go and watch. I'm like, this is the guy that's doing our special effects. Go and enjoy, because he like.
It's amazing.
Yeah, say what you will about his movies. I enjoy them for what they are, and his special effects are incredible. They are hyper realistic, and they look
Right.
amazing on camera. And I cannot wait to
It's
have a
gore
movie.
deluxe.
And I mentioned
Exactly.
this a few weeks ago when we interviewed Terrence from Trauma Dance, but the fact that people were so uneasy and like were physically ill is just a huge compliment.
It really is. It's like a movie.
He probably feels the same.
Yeah,
way,
he like
yeah.
his movies really do get, invoke like an almost physical reaction every time you watch them, and I love it.
Oh, I had to thank him. Like, hey, thank you, because no one showed up for the Q&A afterwards because everyone was sick.
It's visual ipecac. You gotta love it. That was a. He did his job.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That is what he set out to do, and job accomplished. I think I even bought a copy for my roommates.
He's
at the
working
time.
on a
It
new
was
movie right
fantastic.
now, so
Very cool.
That-
Well, he's working on one of yours too coming up.
yeah.
The legendary James Bell.
I can't wait to see. We have a meeting pretty soon with him to check in on some special effects that he's been working on for the movie, and I'm excited to see what he's got in store for us.
Oh yeah, floating eyeballs and spleens popping out and blood all over the place mixed in with bile.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. Is there a chainsaw involved,
No,
or is it just a dull
it's
butter
sort of
knife?
just like the killer just sort of gets a hold of whatever
Is
he can,
around.
whatever he can get. You know,
Yeah.
at one point
Go
his
after
knife,
you
it's
with like a
machete.
skeletal toad, Go rip your eyes out with
I
the
wouldn't
skeletal
put
toad.
it past the villain.
Right.
In
The
Static,
name of
so-
the name of the villain is the Brutalizer.
I like
So,
that.
yeah, it's gonna be a
Hey,
fun
hey,
idea.
Sean back there, he could be the brutalizer.
He could. We have thought about that idea.
Nice. I'm curious. Is there a Q&A session between film blocks and feature films?
So we aren't going to be doing Q&A. What we are going to do for the filmmakers is like facilitate a room for them to do a meet and greet with each other. So if any of the filmmakers actually come, they can come and chat together and network, and that's what will be available.
Okay.
But it's kind of, exclusive for the filmmaker. Because we're independent filmmakers, we know that there's not any spotlight when you're independent, and we wanted to give the chance for filmmaker to talk to other filmmakers and
Right.
get to know like the process and what everyone goes through together, and like I said, network. And so this kind of gives them a chance to speak their mind with each other. So
Okay, speaking of giving a chance to talk to each other, I got to do a quick shout out to DV Radio and Dysfunctional Veterans. A lot of great shows on the DV Radio Network, which including PTS Dog,
Yeah.
which gives people a chance to talk about service animals and the service dog, and just so much great information about that. One of their new shows or newer shows that I recently listened to was Contraband with one of the guys from the band Sosura, just dude. You gotta listen to that podcast. They just had the bassist from Alice Cooper on. It was absolutely amazing.
Dude, man.
And that's also where you'll get the farm update and everything going on at the DV Farm, which is their homeless veteran program. I mean, I listen to it just because they talk about their chickens and ducks and what's going on with that. You just want to listen to them talk about cute little, peeps. That's
Cute
all.
little peeps. Yeah. Peeps. But I know what I'm going to be doing on a Saturday night in November. I'm going to be checking out this film festival. Man. It sounds like it's going to be a riot.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time, hopefully, if all goes well.
We're looking forward to.
We want there to be we want this to be a yearly thing. We want this to eventually branch out and grow and be,
Well, you call it first annual, so I assume that was what you're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First annual
I
is actually
always
not.
wondered when people call their things. This is the first annual. How
Yeah,
do
it's
you know
actually not
annual.
It's
unless-
actually the inaugural.
Yeah.
Is the
That's the
technical
word.
term.
Right.
Yeah.
First annual is actually
First
not
annual
a
is
word,
not
technically.
not the
Yeah.
correct.
But you hear it all the time.
You do.
You do, yeah.
You do. I think one of our first press releases had it in the title,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
didn't realize until after we sent it out that we needed to change it to inaugural. So now we're good.
Man, should we get Sean or Blake in
Yeah,
here?
let's get-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sean.
Who's in charge
Well, you know
of
what?
submissions?
Blake.
Blake, let's
I
get
will let
Blake in
him take
here.
the hot seat.
Right.
What's Sean in charge of?
Well,
No,
Uh,
Lauren,
everything
you
else.
stay
I'll stay and then
you're
Blake-
the executive producer for this, correct? Or you're the main person?
I do all the liaison and coordination.
Okay, so whoever,
got all the info.
so you're the person on the phone that kind of knows all the different connections.
True.
Okay.
That is me.
So you're my translator today. So I got a lot of questions about submissions.
Okay.
How depressing is it while you're watching it?
It's it can get pretty rough when you're watching just 3 hours of a bunch of content to where it varies from things that are sometimes incredibly depressing, or they'll jump to where it's just a guy looking in a camera for 3 minutes and then so
Right.
making noises. So it's you get a little numb, so you have to take some breaks and
It's a little
split it up,
loopy
but
too.
yeah.
I feel like you're like, is there something here? Am I missing it? So
But so what I'm looking for when I watch something is with whatever genre you decided to make, whatever you did, that you told a good story. Because I'll tend to look past, if the video quality's not that great. I understand. We're an independent film festival. We've worked with bad film quality, bad sound quality. I'll look past that stuff if the story is told well, if it engaged me, if we don't just kill everybody at the end.
yeah, I think
Oh, if it was
something.
a good story. they
No,
just
yeah,
didn't know how to
obviously.
end it. They just didn't know how to end it.
I think something that's like
So
a
they
big,
ended it.
a big
With a sock puppet.
Oh, Mr. Sacco.
I think a big point for what Blake wanted to find was people who weren't just using fancy cameras, because a camera can make a movie look good, but it can't make a movie, it
Right.
doesn't make it good. So that's, I think looking
Yeah.
past all of those things is really important.
I'm mainly,
So.
when I'm watching it, I'm looking for the heart in it. I can, you can tell when you're watching a movie, even a movie where you're like, well, that wasn't for me. You can tell that they put their heart into it and that they really went for something. And that's really what I'm looking for.
Is there any kind of award ceremony? Is there any kind of competition part of this?
Yeah, it is a competitive festival, so we're going to be offering, we've got a bunch of awards given in the form of trophy, not cash, that are, best director, best actors, or rather we've said performance, I believe, and then we also have Michigan-themed ones, too, so there's going to be a best Michigan short and a best Michigan feature, so those are movies that'll just come from Michigan that we want to highlight, so... And we've had a lot of Michigan submissions, too, which is impressive because, you don't always hear about the
I want to see a
community.
film on the melon heads.
The melon heads.
Oh yeah, I band or festival, and can you define that a little bit more, Mark?
No, the melon heads, that
Like
legendary
Coneheads?
group of like mutants that live on the west coast of Michigan over there by Saugatuck.
Well, why can't it be about the carp that ate Detroit?
That's true.
I feel like we've got one in there that might be about that.
We've gotten what 160 submissions.
Oh,
now?
I think we're almost to 200 now.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot we haven't watched yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't close submissions until we close free submissions August 15th and then late submissions September 15th. So
Okay.
So to
And when
review
you
all
say
these-
Michigan themed, I assume you have to either have a prominent Michigan location or some kind of Michigan topic, something to be like, that's a Michigan movie.
Yes, and
Yeah.
ideally made here. That's the big thing, is utilizing Michigan's state to create your movie, because we have a lot to offer here, and a lot of landscape and a lot of beauty here that we wanted to see utilized, and so that's what we're offering the awards for. So, yeah.
Easter Market, great place to film if you know how to deal with all the crowds.
I'm sure that's true. I didn't even think of
Yeah,
it.
it's a good area.
Yeah, I used to do
it's
48 competitions, and one of the local 48s would give you a location. So you'd have all the competitive teams, sometimes 60 teams, trying to shoot in the same place around the same time,
Wow.
whether it be Campus Martius,
wow.
DeQuinder Cut, which that's a good one just because it's so long, or because there's a lot of different locations in there. There just some people had some interesting conflicts with the local police authority. Well, whenever you have anything that looks like a weapon
Yeah.
or a homeless person, maybe you should contact local authorities and let them know what you're doing.
We've
little
made
bit.
mistakes like that ourselves. So,
I
we've
learned
done,
early on.
yeah,
I learned-
we luckily, I mean, everything resolved very quickly, of course,
Yeah.
but like you don't know what kind of situation you could get yourself into, especially if something that you're filming looks suspicious. So
First thing I learned in the first film school I went to, because I went to a tech school and I went whatever, no one cares, is inform people, because when you're a school, when you're teaching students, and I've told my students the same thing when I was teaching, I don't want my equipment confiscated. I don't want the school to lose its equipment.
Yeah.
So if you're doing any of this, you just call and ask.
and let them know. Yeah, we've done location stuff, and I've just called, obviously, like non-emergency lines and been like, we're gonna be down here with cameras, everything's okay. Like, we were shooting a horror movie, and we were just like, everything's okay, we just wanted to let you know we'll be where we're at, and they were like, that's fine, thanks for letting us know.
I've gotten permission
So-
to shoot in areas where most people get ticket
Yeah.
just for walking in the area.
Right.
And we've gotten permission like, okay, well, I'll let people know that you're going to be there.
Yeah.
You
And
talk to
that's-
the dispatcher. The dispatcher's usually with...
It's so simple. All you have to do is just let them know that you're gonna be there, and that's it. It's a simple move, and you
Just
get.
do it. Yeah. Somebody comes up to you, excuse me, sir, do you have a permit? Permit for what? We're gone by. We got the shot. Let's go.
You only really need a permit if... I think it's the budget. It depends on which state it is. There's usually a budget restraint. If you're over a certain time budget, depending which state you're in or what city you're in, then you know. And obviously, if you're filming New York City or LA,
Yeah.
their restrictions are a little bit bigger because there's so many people out there.
Yeah.
So depending on what city or state you're in, there's different laws for that. If you need a permit or not. Like today, there's people filming a breakdancing thing on the corner.
Oh, yeah, that's
of,
dangerous, man. You got a big permit for that.
Oh, it was great.
Lives
It
can be
was
lost.
great. It was absolutely fantastic. I never thought I'd see a breakdancing performance on a street corner in my lifetime after the 80s.
Sarah, I think
Never-
about a permit. I think about a deer hunting show.
It was fantastic. Okay, so we have one more person we need to
Oh,
bring
yeah.
on.
Oh,
Do you have
yeah.
anything else you would like to talk about on the submission sides, or?
Just submit your movies. We want to see everything that we can.
You
And
want
we're
to
gonna
tell them
submit
when
at-
and where they
Uh,
can submit?
So, again, submissions will close August 15th for early, and then there's a late fee of $10 till September 15th, and then they officially close, and you can go to filmfreeway.com.
Say that one more time.
Filmfreeway.com, and just search, you put in Southeast, I'm pretty sure was the first thing that comes up.
If you put in Michigan, we are on the first page, so
Yeah.
you can't miss us. So
And it's super easy to submit from there.
yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Sweet. And now, approaching the seat Everyone said the big Van Vader has passed away, but no, he hasn't. He is here in spirit. Dave,
Yep, go ahead, finish your tweet, hashtag it. Come on.
please approach the chair. Actually, it's Sean. Sean, please approach the chair.
Would you like me to step out so they can chat with you?
That's up to you if you think that's more pertinent, you know.
I think because they're co-directing, it might be
Oh,
a good idea.
absolutely.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
that might be a good idea.
All right, Lauren, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having
Really
me.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
All right.
Okay, so what are you in charge of now?
What am I in charge of?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say move a little bit closer this way here.
Oh
we
yeah,
get
let's
in
get you
there.
in the shot.
We don't.
Uh,
Yeah.
There we
Don't
go.
be afraid.
I don't
We're
know.
not going to bite. We're good. Yeah.
I don't know, Sean. You do
We're a close sandwich, and you're the other bun.
Yes.
I'm down with being a bun, man.
What does that make me? What am I?
The meat.
You're either the meat or the cheese.
I'd be so
I'm the
upset if I was the
cheese.
meat.
You
If I
don't want to be
if
the
I
meat?
got this sandwich and I got them and I was the meat, I would take it back. I'd be
Fine, you wanna be
I
the
need a
meat?
refund right now. This is the.
Well, I'm sure we can make you the mayonnaise.
It's like it would be like getting a White Castle burger on a McDonald's
what
bun.
about like a nice spicy mayo?
Give me a full patty,
I
man.
don't,
Don't
want
give
no
me
mayo
don't.
next to me, man. No mayo. Forget that one, man.
Anyway, we make
So we're here to
movies.
talk about sock puppets and a
We
film
make
festival.
movies. We're currently making a movie. It's about a mime who actually chokes people out with his sock puppets.
That would be rad.
Yeah.
We're sold.
There it is.
It's called Dunkirk.
Wait a minute. I saw. Wasn't that partially a silent movie?
Yeah.
I've still yet to see that movie.
Oh,
I need
you have yet to snore that movie?
to see
To sleep that movie?
No,
I just.
I'm not making fun of war movies here.
Well,
Well, unless it stars John Cena, then I'm totally making.
I didn't
fun
mean
of
to
it.
make
Don't
fun
you
of war
dare
movies.
besmirch the Marine series.
Oh, I love it. Wait, but you're not a Marine veteran. I can make fun of
No.
it way more than
No,
you.
that movie is completely factually accurate. Everything.
I like how he jumps
Oh
off
yeah,
the
you should have
skyscraper
totally been that part of boot camp where they say, "Hey, if this was to happen, you're on your own."
Yes.
No, that's
No,
the Army.
no, this
the
is- this-
Army of One, Marine Corps. It's in the names, bro.
He's a
One
one-man Marine.
pistachio.
Oh, no, yeah, sure.
Okay, let's jump
He's
into
a
12
superhero!
rounds. Let's jump into 12 rounds where John Cena goes in to destroy what Katrina couldn't finish.
You can't see him. I love it, man, and he's also counting pistachios.
I
while
love
he's
John
at it.
Cena in American Grit. That's a fantastic series.
I like him in 12 rounds. And the Marine.
The Marines are great. I
have not
can't
seen The
watch
Marine. I
that sober,
can't
but it's
attest
pretty
to it.
funny.
You're missing out.
I know.
Man, that
I miss
match,
out on
that
a
match
lot.
with The Rock was a real heartfelt match with WWE back when. So
Yeah, two of them.
yeah. Well, where he got the was it World Championship belt?
Yeah.
That ruled.
Okay, so let's go ahead. What were we talking about
This
again?
isn't a John Cena podcast?
Oh yeah.
You can't see us.
The video version's different than the audio version. Okay, so again, your movie's not playing the film festival, but you're working on several movies. I know you just made
Yeah,
one
well,
that we have on table.
Yeah, I work on a lot of things. I have my hands in a lot of different pots right now. Him and I are co-directing a movie right now called Static. You can expect to see that finished and available for sale on nemesisvideo.com somewhere.
Oh, is it
around-
about Wayne Static?
I don't know who that is.
It's the...
Static ass.
Did I just embarrass myself?
He's from a 90s new metal
Like,
band.
you're a
okay.
loser. That's that song. Look it up.
He has very high hair.
Oh, okay.
And then he died.
He did die.
Just
I-
like
Rather,
Van Vader.
yeah, within a couple of years ago, yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I don't know where I heard the story. They used to play shows wearing like big rubber suits, and then one of their roadies like accidentally smelled the suit and he threw up because it's a big rubber suit. It's gonna
Okay,
happen.
so it's not about Wayne Static. Is it about the superhero Static?
No, it's not about Static Shock.
It's a horror film.
It's not about the Shock Master.
Will it cling
about-
to
Not
you?
about the Shocker either?
You mean Horace Pinker?
It's actually very much inspired by Shocker.
That was actually the first. That was the
man.
first movie
That's-
him and I
that's-
watched
that's
when
kinda
we were
what made me
writing the
wanna make
script.
this
Yeah,
movie.
we were like trying the night we were brainstorming it together. We were like, that was the movie we had on, and I think the scene that got the first words on the page were the scene when he's like preparing to be on the electric chair, and he's like absorbing the electricity.
He
And
has
it's
this
just like,
weird
all right.
like voodoo shit set up.
Yeah.
That was a sweet film, man.
That was a good movie. I like
Yeah.
that movie. So yeah, now so this is sort of like our tribute to Wes Craven movies, but we're making our own thing. We eventually want it to be a franchise.
Right.
We've got like, him and I are going to be co-directing the next one, and I think we're going to just hand it off after. Like, we'll outline the third and fourth. We got it's like I said before, the antagonist of the movie is the Brutalizer. So we're going to be naming some of the sequels like Son of the Brutalizer, Island of the Brutalizer.
Brutalizer.
So how are you guys promoting
Brutalizer
this at
Bloodlines.
the film festival?
I don't know if we'll be talking about our stuff so
no,
much.
it's not going to be about.
Yeah.
We're still going to be like editing. So.
Yeah. Like if anything, maybe we can have a trailer that we would, but I don't even think we would show it at that festival because the festival's not really about us. Like we're making our own movies and they're of their own quality. Yeah. And
That was a question I forgot to ask. Hey, are they showing any trailers in the film festival?
Yes. Everyone that will be accepted in, we're requesting that they bring in a trailer so that we can show it, in downtime and things like that. Like between movies or before movies, we can show trailers and.
Because some people, a trailer is
Yeah.
a short film. I've seen a lot of people do that, especially if they're trying to finance a feature film. They'll have like a 5 to 10 minute trailer that they
Right.
made to help finance the feature film.
Right.
Even though they haven't even started making the feature, it's just there as a teaser
Right,
trailer.
it's like, hey,
like
look,
Canada
this is
Day.
great.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like
But,
this
yeah.
guy comes out and he chases this serial killer with a hockey puck / bayonet kind of thing.
Slash Reaper, Switchblade Reaper.
Yeah, and he can't get out of the car because he doesn't know like American-made cars or whatever it was. It was
Yeah.
off the hook. It was,
Leaving bilingual sorry notes
yes,
on the bodies
yes.
they
That
killed.
really
Yeah.
tripped him up.
Yeah, it's if you have any friends that are Canadian, this is the movie you should
Eh?
totally send them.
You hoser, take off.
That's
yeah. So then, yeah, Static is a movie that we're directing. I'm producing a few other films. Blake, who was just on, just directed a couple of short films that we'll be releasing in the next couple of months. Then I'm working on a friend of mine, Mara Powell's films. We are working on a movie called Murder Pool together. Yeah. It is well. I don't want to give any too many plot details. It's about a pool filled with sulfuric acid that just people get lured into and then thrown into.
Nice.
Yeah. It'll be a good time to film. But
Now,
yeah.
Sean, you're sitting over here real quiet, like, listening about stuff. Are you acting in any of these films?
Oh God, no.
What are you
Come
talking
on,
about? You're
man.
playing
You
the
could
cop.
be like the.
Oh
what's it-
yeah, I'm gonna be a police officer. So expect to see me with a mustache.
And a donut.
Oh man, you can like throw on some sort of face mask and have the eyes and have this other stuff, like the big great grill in front of the teeth and whatever, and go after people with multiple
Are you making fun of his
chainsaws.
looks?
No, man, he's big, He could go out in the scene and intimidate peeps, man. He'd show up like,
Well, why does he have to be an actor? Why
Okay,
why can't he be a very classy director?
well, why can't you be both?
Don't worry, there's nothing classy about this movie.
That was sort of order of business number one, is that this movie is going to be a sleaze fest, and it's going to be a great time.
Hence the James Bell special effects. There's
Yes.
I don't know how many head gags do we? There was like
There's a
we have like a head gag budget for this
Yeah.
movie. If that gives you any indication as to what
there's
kind
gonna
of
be
movie.
a couple of heads.
I
Bad
think,
things.
I think we
happen
have
to them.
4 different heads. We were doing one where we split somebody's head.
Yeah, but spoilers.
Sorry, man. No, man.
We've got some cool special effects.
Where can people find more about this movie?
Well, about this movie, I tweet about it a lot, so you can follow me on Twitter, Sergeant David Villio, NYPD. That's a reference to Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD. a
I
trauma
was
film.
gonna say.
Yeah.
I always have
Yeah.
trouble saying Kabuki Man. I was gonna say it was that reference.
Yeah.
to
It is. That's also my Instagram name, so you can follow me there. I post a lot about this crap. We're filming right now, so I post pictures and updates and stuff. And him and I will be working on a Blu-ray release because one part of the company that him and I are actually working on is a distribution end. So where we'll be making the Blu-rays and the DVDs for the films that we produce. And
you're gonna probably try to get it on Amazon Prime. That seems to be
yeah,
the
that's
biggest
actually
thing right now.
in the next few weeks to-do list
Right.
is getting the Red Dream on Amazon Prime so people can watch it when So yeah, so look
We
out
need to
for
get
the
the
Red
podcast
Dream
on
on Amazon Prime
Yeah.
soon. I
Just
don't have a
like
date.
Lucifer. Oh. No, really, Lucifer went from television to Amazon.
Yeah,
Prime.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not actually that much of a process to do it, so
Right.
it'll be.
Let people think it's really hard.
It's really hard to do, and
Oh yeah, like it's really hard to get on Spotify, and you can find us on Spotify and Podbean and iTunes. Yeah, these are all very hard things to be on.
Yes.
Sure, that's why it's an accomplishment.
So back to
You
this.
should totally check it out and review us.
Southeast Michigan Film Fest. Is there a website again for this?
yes, there is. What's the domain name for our website?
It's semishfilmfest.com.
You can go
Cool.
check that out. We have a very nice, professional-looking website. You can submit your films through Film Freeway. Was that already mentioned?
Yes, but
Okay.
it's good to mention that again.
Yeah, Film Freeway is where you submit your films, and
And you're not associated with William. What's the name of that one website? A Facebook group, Southeast Michigan Creators.
Yep.
Southeast Michigan Creators. They're no way affiliated with them. Although I know the page admins would be very happy if you join, and you could totally promote in their self-promotion thing.
Yeah, all both
threads.
of them.
All both. Yeah,
Oh,
all
wait,
both.
no, three. There's three. I forgot there's three.
There's three
I
what?
think Misty's an admin.
Oh, three. Yeah, the three admins be thrilled.
Yeah.
William's an admin. I'm a madman, and Misty Mills from Fangirl Films, and I want to be
Fangirl
and
Films.
put me in StarWars.com. She's the other admin.
So with this film festival, we haven't asked this yet, but what's the admission price to get in?
Oh, it's free.
Oh, there we go, free.
for
up in-
submissions.
Oh, for submissions, it's for
free.
submissions, it's free.
At-
to get
admission?
in, it's what is admission? It's very reasonable.
Yes, it's $10 for the day pass, and then I think $15 for the weekend pass.
Really?
Yes. So $10
Okay.
gets you a day pass. You can come in and see all the films, and then $20 for a weekend pass. You can just stay all weekend.
So
Yeah.
it's not free.
No, it's not free.
No, it's not free.
Not free.
It's free to submit, which we're learning now that
That's going to be a problem.
people
for
take
us.
advantage of that.
Yes, they do.
Yes, for sure. But it's also
We've
a
seen
good-
some terrific films.
I mean, we were reviewing all these films. I mean, how many pizzas and beer have you gone through doing the review so far?
Not that many. We have to watch our diets, man. It's more like bottles of water and carrots. But a lot. If you could if there was if you could equate a lot of carrots.
How's the judging process? Are you gonna bring in external people to judge this? And
We've
have a
talked
screening
about
set up
that
for them.
We've talked about that. At this point, we're pretty early on in the game. We're watching. We watched a few submissions here and there, but we're going to be setting aside a chunk of time where we actually just sit and lock ourselves in a room and just watch and select which ones we're going to.
Okay.
You know,
you
we haven't
should just get one thing because that's very depressing.
Yeah.
You should just decide. Okay, we decide what films are playing, and then have a few volunteers that then
Yeah, we've
rate
toyed
the
with
movies.
that idea. We want to make sure that we are able to get anybody that is involved that's sort of aligned with our standard of quality that we're looking for too. So making sure that we are able to establish that amongst ourselves first,
Right.
is really important. And that.
All right. So, William, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Not really.
Okay, so with us was William from allaboutwilliam.com, and of course Mark from crazymark.com.
Yeah.
I took your line away, I'm sorry.
He took it away. Now he's got to feed it and bathe it and house it. Oh my.
And once again, shout out the sites for the film festival and your own sites.
So it's the Southeast Michigan Film Festival, #SEMFest for short, so it's easy to remember that way. SEMFest, it sounds cool, slick. You can find us on Twitter at, does someone want to come and do the Twitter handles? Okay, I don't know. Sundown Pictures is our Twitter handle, and you can find us and all of our information there on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We don't have a YouTube page yet, but that's coming very soon, so also watch out for that.
And do you have a Sundown Pictures website?
No, we don't have a website for Sundown Pictures yet, but there is a website for, as we mentioned earlier, that's a website for the Southeast Michigan Film Festival.
Okay.
Say it again.
The Southeast Michigan Film Festival.
The website.
semishfilmfest.com.
Right on.
Hashtag
right.
Semfest.
And of course, I'm Totem from Totem.com and YouTube.com/TotemK. You can check out our website at MediaLitersandwich.com. And of course, you could download the audio podcast on Podbean, Podknife, Spotify. Pretty much, if we're not on your favorite podcast app, let us know and we'll try to get on it. We're on a ton of them. And the video version is different than the audio version, but you can listen to the audio version and talk to us at the same time, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern on dvradio.net. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed our discussion, and may the algorithms be in your favor.